There's a tail back there. Ooh, I'm really bright, dark, shadowy. There we go. Thought it was all kind of weird there for a second. Hey, good morning. This is the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. It's about 7:03, but it's a Saturday, so I'm giving myself benefit of the doubt. Been up though, way too early today. Anyway, it's our 445th show on the 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show, and I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach, where we talk about Scrum and Agile in a practical and tactical way so you can bring value to customer, get home to family and friends, like I put our mission statement back up on the wall, and have a little fun along the way and not work 60 hours a week to get to where we want to go. There's occasions when you do, but we don't want to do it every week, every day, right? So 2 topics for today. Normalization, I mentioned that yesterday. I wrote it down in my notes, so we're going to talk about that. And also tech manager. I got some questions from people about tech managers and their involvement in Scrum and stuff like that. So we'll talk about that. So normalization, talk about that first. Normalization, as I said, that was one of those danger words that you should watch out for as a Scrum Master or anybody in general. I mean, look at the world today. If you say you can normalize what's going on in the world today, I'd be like, yeah, right, you're just smoking stuff. A lot of organizations want to normalize data so it makes sense, so it can be mass producing stuff. But I want to challenge that and say normalization and my thought process. I mean, there is some normalization. Do it anytime, and I'll put caveats. I do normalization with a lot of metrics and things like that, but not to normalize to make people conform, just to see what the data looks like. Is it have a pattern? Does it not have a pattern? And where I see normalization is the quest for being average. And I said it. Where I see organizations maybe go safe and they want everybody to be the same. We want everybody to point things and do things the same way and every team be the same way so we can normalize, train everybody the same and have everything come out and every team be the same. What if you got a team with some really good people on it? I mean, there's going to be some bad teams, there's going to be some good teams. Do you tell the good team not to be as productive? Do you beat the good team up because they're more productive and give them all the week because the other teams are weaker? Are you making a quest for average? Are you getting the most money out of your most value out of your money? I would challenge that whenever I hear normalization. Oh, we want all the teams to normal. We don't all the teams do things the same way and they should operate the same. I would say no. Not every team should operate the same. Some teams got everything good. They can run and they can go a million miles an hour. And they don't need all this other documentation. Some teams need more documentation. Maybe they're new. Maybe they don't know the system and they need to get there. But to say I need to apply the same rules and accountability and everything to every team and organization, are you really getting the value of your organization? I would say no. I don't think you are. I think you're losing money actually. So be careful with the term normalization, how people want to use it. Are they taking the high productive teams, the high performing teams, and making them average? Are they expecting more out of the below average teams and just say, well, why aren't you doing this? Because the other team over here is doing it and you should be doing the same thing and just making them feel worse, and they just actually go worse and worse and worse. So that would be my question to you. When you hear that word normalization, besides running and hiding, find out what's the real goal, right? And then the next thing is questions. Tech managers and Scrum team, what's the connection, right? Do they have a connection? Do they have a spot? Should they attend Scrum events? What's the relationship with the product owner and the Scrum Master? And that was a question from one of my connections in LinkedIn, and I just wanted to share that with you. So some of the thoughts. Should tech managers go to the events or ceremonies? My answer is yes, except for retro. And I'll give you an example why. I think retrospective is really for the team to say what's going on. I had a couple cases today where we're doing a larger retro. It's a retrospective. It was a big survey, running these what they call peer reviews, and getting feedback from the teams on what the results of the survey. I had a couple instances where managers wanted to say stuff. I said, but this is about the team. This is not about you. This is about what the team has experienced, what they're seeing, not your observations of the team. And sometimes I in those cases, in the retrospective, I kind of really do think, unless the manager can be quiet, well, there's two phases. One, management just listen and observe and don't add your stuff. You're not there to fix it. It's there for the team to fix it. And they don't get it all the time, right? They don't get it. They don't get their job as to fix the team. No, the job is to let the team fix themselves. And they don't get that, right? Because they're so used to fixing things, coming up with answers, and that's why they are where they're at. And the other is safety. I had a group. There was a manager in there. They didn't say a damn word. Just shut down bigger than I'm like. And to me, it was a real stressful moment in working with the teams that were doing stuff. They didn't say a thing. Nothing. Nada. I had to get the Scrum Master to say, can you call everybody's name out one by one to actually talk? And they still didn't talk, right? They were intimidated like you would never believe. So I was like, wow. They've either been beat up so long and so trashed and so beat up that they're terrified to say something, or they just gave up. And I don't know if it was because of the way the management was there or not. I think it was the management. And then management tried to say, well, that's not right, and that blah, 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 and try to correct it. And it wasn't their place to correct it. And a lot of these tech managers don't get that. The real good tech managers are there to support their teams. And that goes in connection with the Scrum Master and product owner. There's new tech out there. Tech managers should understand the tech, the technology, the brain power behind what's going on. A tech manager should be about producing code, volume of work, and things like that. I disagree with the difference between the tech managers. I think the tech managers should be based on all their experience and all the things they've been through. A light of knowledge and a light of sharing and experiences that the teams could benefit from. That's the way I envision a tech manager. That's always the way I operated as a tech manager. I never got really into, you didn't do enough work, right? So it depends on how the tech manager is and how the organization is. Some places, tech manager can be all I want. You can, as long as they don't take over things, but that's a balance. But now, where does the tech manager interact with the Scrum Masters and product owners? So what I think, my opinion on that is that tech managers need to work with the product owners to make sure there's room for technology stuff and support stuff and infrastructure that the team needs and is part of the process. Okay. Where I think in the Scrum Master perspective is they should be coordinating whether or not the team has enough, what they need to do their job. Is there anything blocking the team? Is there anything I need to do to make room for the team? And that they need to constantly talk. Some people say they don't have any spot, and I go, yes, they do. They have that interaction across the whole organization. They have ways to bring things up the top and supply stuff from a funding perspective and things like that. So that's where the tech manager fits in. Okay, so those are my two things. Normalization, watch out. Are we going for average? Are we going for super performing teams? If you're going for normalization, you're not going to get super performing teams. You're going for the average, if not less. And then tech managers being involved in ceremony, I think they should go to all of them, except for the retros. Retros are kind of touchy, even the product owner, but it depends on the product owner. Is the product owner really part of the team, or does the product owner act like a boss? If they act like a boss, they shouldn't go. How about that? So those are my thoughts today and what's going on. Have a good Saturday, and see you tomorrow on Sunday. And I wish you all good luck in your adventures over the weekend, and have some fun. All right, take care. Bye. Have some fun with family and friends. Get out of the house. Take care. Bye. See ya.